It's now the beginning of September, which means fall is almost here. To be honest, it kind of feels like the past couple months for my small business have just been so busy. If you've been watching my vlogs for a while, then you'll know that the last few videos were preparing for launches, making new products, and packing orders. But now that that's all done, I need a little reset. My office desperately needs a good cleaning, so I thought that this would be the perfect time to tidy up and decorate for fall. So come with me this week as we decorate my studio, make crafts, and get ready for fall. Hi friends, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. My name is Sarah and I run my own small business called Colorfully Sarah Shop, where I sell everything related to cross stitch, including cross stitch patterns, kits, and cute stitching accessories. So as you heard in the intro, I desperately need a fall reset. The past couple of months for my small business, I have Noodle because she's not getting along with her sister. I just feel like the past couple months for my small business have been this endless cycle of planning for a shop launch, having a shop launch, and then trying to get caught up afterwards just to lead right back into planning for a new shop launch. So I kind of just really need a little bit of a chill period. I mentioned this already to the people over on my Patreon, but basically the next few months I'm going to stop trying to come out with so many new products and kind of just focus on restocking the items that I already have in my shop, because in case you haven't noticed, most of the items in my shop are sold out. So I'm planning to get a bunch of things back in stock for my website, but that is a problem for another day. So this week will kind of just be like the calm before the storm of the shop update. Something that I'm still learning to be better about is making sure that I prioritize time for my hobbies. When you're running your own small business, it's so easy to fall into the trap of overworking yourself. Even if I can just spend 30 minutes a day cross-stitching, I really feel so much better throughout the rest of the day. Something that I've been wanting to make for a long time is another pair of cross-stitch earrings, which I'm finally getting to do today. Most of the time when I'm cross-stitching things to hang on my wall as decor, and those projects typically take anywhere between 10 to 50 hours depending on how big it is. But making little things like keychains and earrings is so fun because it doesn't take nearly as long to finish, and then it's also nice because I can take those things out of the house and they almost have like a practical use to them. But here I am stitching these little pumpkins. The design and colors that I'm using came from my fall library cross-stitch pattern that I designed myself, but you can make cross-stitch earrings like this with any pattern or design that you want. The other thing that you could do is make a mirrored version of your design and then stitch them back to back so that whatever you're making is double-sided. But I was feeling a little lazy for these earrings, plus when I wear them you can't see the backside anyway, but when I make keychains I like to make them double-sided. Here's the box that has all of the hardware for the earrings, but I also have different stuff for keychains and phone charms. Everything that I make uses a jump ring though, which you'll see me attaching here with my pliers, and then I add the earrings onto that. For these earrings, I decided to stitch a little border around the edge. This step is totally optional, I just thought it was kind of nice in making the earrings look more finished. If you know how to cross stitch, these are a really easy DIY that you can make yourself. The materials that you'll need are this 14 count plastic Ida that you see me stitching on, a small pair of pliers, scissors, you'll need embroidery floss, you'll need a tapestry needle, and then either jump rings, earrings, or a keychain depending on what you want to make. These pumpkin earrings turned out so perfect. I couldn't be happier with them. This is not my first time making cross-stitch earrings. I made another pair last year, kind of around Christmas time, and I made a little set of Christmas trees. And I did pretty much the same thing, but I didn't add a border around it, so I used like all the same materials, but I left the little plastic edge showing. And I think just by stitching a little border around it, it just gives it like a more professional finished look. It still looks very handmade and craftsy, which I like, but it just looks a little bit cleaner. I really like when I have time to make little crafts and stuff with cross-stitch because it kind of helps show you guys that you can do more with cross stitch besides just like making a piece and hanging it on your wall. So today I want to do a little bit of designing because, like I mentioned earlier, I do have a shop update coming next week. I'm not really launching any new products. That's a lie. Okay, I might be launching a couple new products because I can't help myself. Okay, I love fall so much and I really have some cute ideas and they're not really big. They're not going to take up a lot of time, but I'm going to show you guys one of them in a little bit. But before I get to that, I really want to design a new sticker because I started adding a freebie sticker in with each kit. So like the bee kit comes with a bee sticker, sticker. The cloud kit comes with a little star sticker. So I need to design a sticker for the fall kit because that kit came out last year before I started adding stickers. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you, how rude of me. At this point, I think my Patreons have already seen this and I might have announced it on Instagram, but we have this new pumpkin needle minder coming out for fall. I know I said I was going to stop coming out with new products, but this one I designed months ago because it took me probably 2 months to get it in the mail. So these really cute little pumpkin needle minders are going to be part of the shop update next week, and I think they're just so cute for fall. I was also a little bit unsure because originally I was planning to have another kit design for fall. I was going to come out with like a mushroom themed kit, but like I said, I really just wanted to focus on restocking what I already have instead of trying to come up with new products. So the fall kit that I already have, I will show you guys a picture of what it looks like. The design doesn't really have any mushrooms in it, but the needle minder that comes with the kit is a mushroom needle minder. So I was kind of thinking that this pumpkin needle minder would kind of fit better with the design of the kit. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards switching it out. Oh, hi Ribbon. Wow, we have Ribbon. Wow, I'm like the bird lady today. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up switching out the mushroom needle minder for the pumpkin one just because it fits the theme of the kit better. Both of the needle minders will be available independently in my shop, so if you just want to buy each needle minder, you're able to. But I think if you buy the fall kit, you're probably going to end up getting a pumpkin needle minder. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start designing the stickers that are going to go as a freebie in the kits. And then I might also design a freebie sticker at some point just to go in all of the orders because I do really like the idea of giving everybody a free sticker. And to be honest, I kind of already made a design. I made this like little fish design that I was going to start to use as a freebie sticker, but I don't know if you guys like it. I don't know. I'm really like, I'm so indecisive and I kind of want a different design that's a freebie sticker. I feel like the fish fits better for summer vibes, but I just feel like for fall, I kind of want like a more seasonal design maybe. But I'm gonna go grab my iPad and start drawing some new sticker designs. I tried to make the design of this similar to my other freebie stickers, but I feel like this one has a little bit more white space. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too critical, but I think it's still really cute regardless, and maybe I'll tweak it later, but I think for now I'm pretty happy with it. The other thing that I want to show you guys in this suspicious box behind me is I got my new thank you cards from Vistaprint. I have not unboxed them yet, so I have absolutely no idea what they look like. If you watched my last vlog, then you'll know that I ran out of my thank you cards, and I figured, you know what? I should definitely reorder some more regular thank you cards, but I figured it was also a good time to order some special fall thank you cards because I have a regular version, I have a winter version, but I don't have one for fall. Okay, these look really cute. It's pretty much the same as my regular thank you card, but I replaced the stars with little pumpkins. And then on the back, it says, it's time for sweaters, candles, and cozy stitching. I like to put a cute little inspirational quote or phrase on the back of all of my thank you cards, just in case you guys don't want to throw them out, then you at least have something cute to display. I used Vistaprint for these, and I use Vistaprint for pretty much everything that I print for my business, but it does look like the edges cut off a little bit differently than my other cards. I literally just duplicated the design from my original thank you cards and just edited it to add some leaves and pumpkins. So I'm not sure why the cut lines are a little bit different. It's really not a big deal, just like the white space of the grid pattern kind of lines up perfectly with the edges of the card, and I just think it looks a little bit jarring. So if I ever got these printed again, I would definitely fix that. But yeah, I really hope that you guys like them as much as I do. Good morning. Today is Friday. I am so excited because I got a notification this morning from the UPS store where my PO box is that I got a package delivered, and I checked and I'm pretty sure it's the tins that I need for the Magic Floss Gloss restock. I'm so happy that these finally came in because I've been waiting on these for a couple of weeks now. I was really hoping that these tins would come in time for the shop update that I'm planning for next week, because although it's mostly going to be focused on restocking the cross stitch kits, I still really want to have the Magic Floss Gloss available as well, so that way if you guys are paying for shipping, I can just throw the Magic Floss Gloss in your kit box for you. I don't know what these new tins look like because this time I'm buying the supplies from a wholesaler, and I'm a little bit afraid that they might be different from the first version of floss glosses that I launched. The dimensions, weight, and color of all of the tins look identical to what I had before, but you never know, they could be a little bit different. I really wanted to buy the supplies in bulk this time because the floss gloss sold out so fast last time, and I want to be able to make a bunch of it. And the last shop update was the first time that I ever launched the Magic Floss Gloss, so it was kind of like a test, and now that I know that you guys like it and it sold well, I feel a lot more comfortable making more. Remember when I said I'm not sure if I was 100% happy with the freebie sticker that I designed? Well, here I am redesigning it. This morning I woke up with such a clear idea of how I wanted to fix the design, so I'm getting started immediately. The idea that I have in mind is really similar to the cozy hobby collector design that I already have. I really liked the cross-stitch season words, but I felt like the pumpkin just wasn't a good image to go along with the words, so I drew a pumpkin, some leaves, and some little stitching motifs. I think all of these items together instead of the pumpkin just fit a lot better. So then for the pumpkin, what I ended up doing was going on to my Canva account because I really like the text editing options on Canva, and I created the text pumpkins, sweaters, and cross stitch. And then I brought that into my iPad on Procreate. Then I was able to adjust them a little bit just how I wanted them to be for the sticker, and I also colored the letters different colors. And once I was all done, I printed them out, and now I'm turning them into stickers. Don't yell at me, but I redid the sticker design for the fall kits. I feel like the longer I stared at the sticker, the more I just stopped liking the design. So I redesigned it a little bit. I still wanted to have the pumpkin on it because that's going to be the theme for the fall cross-stitch kit. So I kept the pumpkin the same, but this time I added the words pumpkins, sweaters, and cross-stitch because I just think that that's really cute. And then I also made the second design that I think is going to be the freebie sticker that I include in every purchase that I get for the next shop update. Okay, sorry I'm yapping so much, but I have one more thing to show you guys. I also stayed up really late last night, and I made these super cute Halloween themed scissor fobs. So I made a couple of these sets of fall scissor fobs. So the first set that I made, I'll show you guys, are these really cute little pumpkin themed scissor fobs. I think they're so cute, and they're really similar to the other scissor fobs that I have, but these are just going to be like a limited time fall edition. I don't think I'm going to make too many of these because I really want to focus on restocking kits and floss gloss, but I don't know, I just thought that these were really fun. And just like my other scissor fobs, you'll be able to pick if you want a star clasp or a heart clasp, but all of the beads will be a little bit random. The color schemes will all be the same, but as for like each specific bead, I get them in like a huge variety, so I can't promise which beads are going to go on which scissor fob. So if you have a specific request, you can always leave me a note and I'll do my best to honor your request. But in general, you'll get a scissor fob that looks like similar to these, but not any specific exact one. Okay, and then in addition to the pumpkin ones, I also made these 4 Halloween themed ones. Each one has a different charm at the bottom. There's a jack-o'-lantern charm, a bat, a ghost, and a little witch hat. I think these turned out really cute, and even though they're not really my pastel vibe, I still really like them. Now obviously these are still made by me, so they're still a little bit cutesy and colorful, but it's the best that I could do, so I hope you guys still like them. So if you are somebody who likes cute spooky things but not necessarily pastel colors, then I think you'll really like these Halloween scissor fobs. Normally the birds are not this intrusive in my videos, but I really don't want to push Ribbon away. This one up here is Ribbon. We've only had her for about 2 years, but she's really coming around to us. When we first got her, she was so terrified. She wanted nothing to do with us. Slowly over the past 2 years, she's been warming up to us quite a bit, and whenever she flies on my head like this, it just makes me so happy because I know that she's coming around to trusting us a bit more. So I think I'm gonna end this studio vlog here. So thank you so much for everybody who watched all the way to the end. I am genuinely so grateful for you and your support. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content from me and support my art journey, then I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. You can also head over to my Patreon if you want to see more exclusive behind the scenes content from my small business. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next studio vlog. Bye!